Hello and welcome to the weekly fundamental review for the week of April the 11th to April the 15th. This review is brought to you by Gate FOREX, www.gateforex.com. Starting out on Monday, we will see core machinery orders out of Japan, and we will see what effect the earthquake had on machinery orders. That is in the Asian time zone. Then moving to the European time zone. Out of Europe, we will see French industrial production. Then across to the American time zone. Out of America, we will see FOCM members Dudley, Evans, and Yellen, separately speaking at different times. Then on Tuesday, out of the UK, we will see CPI data, just to see again how much inflation pressure there is on the Bank of England. Traders will be looking at this data to get a guide when the Bank of England will lift interest rates. One area that has raised interest rates is Europe, which raised them last week. And out of Europe today, we will see German economic sentiment. Germany is Europe's largest economy. Then we will get economic sentiment for the whole European zone. Out of Canada, we will see the official interest rate, and this is not expected to change. But what traders will look for is the rate statement from the Bank of Canada. Out of Wednesday, it gets a little busier. You'll see consumer sentiment out of Australia. Out of the UK, we will see job data with the claimant count change. Out of Europe, we will get industrial production data. Out of the USA, we will get retail sales and core retail sales data. I feel that on Wednesday, the market will watch UK job data, but the focus will be on retail sales data out of the USA. Then out of Canada, we will see the Bank of Canada press conference. This comes one day after the rate statement. Then commodity currency traders, Australian dollar traders, New Zealand dollar traders, and Canadian dollar traders will be watching the RBA Governor Stevens speak. He will talk about the economies around the world, and he will also talk about the Australian economy, and traders will be definitely watching what the world economic outlook is in his view, because Australia supplies the world, especially China, with commodities. Then on Thursday, we get consumer confidence data from the UK, inflation expectations data from Australia, economic expectations from Switzerland, PPI data out of the USA, and unemployment claims out of the USA. And on Thursday, there will be a meeting of the Group of Seven, the G7, in Washington. One big bit of data that the market will be watching for is on Friday. This is the world's second largest economy's CPI data from China. Also from China, GDP data. This will be released during the Asian time zone, and I feel that this will definitely affect the New Zealand dollar and the Australian dollar. So watch for movements in the Australian dollar and the New Zealand dollar this week leading up to Friday's data. Out of the USA, we will see core CPI data, industrial production, and preliminary consumer sentiment. Then the Group of 7 are joined by 13 other nations, and the Group of 20, the G20, will be meeting in Washington. Again, we should watch the ongoing oil price situation and the ongoing crisis in Libya and the Middle East. Many countries are having some problems in the Middle East with the youth kind of starting an uprising against the dictators or the leaders that have been in power for many years in the region. About 70% of the Middle East are under 30 years old, and they want some change, especially in the social media age where they can communicate with each other. But the country that has got probably the biggest problems at the moment because of the violence is Libya, and so we should watch to see what Gaddafi is doing. Also, we should watch the ongoing situation in Japan. That is all for this week. This was brought to you by Gate FOREX, your gate to Forex. www.gateforex.com